And today, I wanted to talk to you about the power of keeping an open heart in a world that does everything in its power to break that heart, close it up, lock it, throw away the key down in the middle of the ocean at the bottom of the depths where no one will ever retrieve it. So many people go to their graves with a heart that has been broken and bound by its brokenness. So many people move through the world with shields and walls and boundaries and barriers that isolate them, that keep them deeply alone in a way that is so devastatingly heavy. And so they numb it with work, with distractions, with things that alleviate the suffering, pleasure, relationships, just sensation, drugs, alcohol, distractions, all to prevent ourselves from facing the reality that we are locked from life. Our heart is locked away. When we think of power, we often associate it with guardedness, but true power is vulnerability. There is so much strength required to stand in an open heart in a world that hurts you brutally. There is so much strength required to see through illusion and to know that pain, no matter how real, no matter how deep it touches you, it's always working for you. It's always working to guide you closer to who you actually are. And that is something that a lot of people don't embrace because it's easier to cut ourselves off. It's easier to feel like if I just build these walls around myself, if I just hold these tight barriers of entry, nothing will ever hurt me again. But the truth is, it's so much more painful to become numb to life than it is to live fully, to experience the full spectrum of existence, and to meet all facets of ecstasy and joy and grief in the dark, dark depths of despair, terror, loneliness, fear. Without those deep places, we will never know the true extent of our power in this world. We will never know what it means to connect with another human being so deeply, so profoundly, that our soul feels touched, that our true essence, beyond this human body, beyond this human illusion, feels met in human form. We have to be willing to embrace the jagged edges of life. I've always moved through the world with this kind of, some would call it naive tenderness and openness and willingness to just trust what is, to trust and to hope and to dream. And that has burned me so many times. But I've never let it close me off. I've never let it shut me down because I know my heart can't. It cannot. It refuses. I don't care how painful life is. I don't care what dreams shatter before me. I don't care what illusions must crumble. My heart's freedom is more important to me than the pain. Because that same freedom is what allows me to feel so deeply, to love so deeply, to touch life so deeply, to be touched by life so deeply, to feel extreme joy, extreme aliveness, the pleasure of the sunset, as if it was like 1,000,000 burning suns through my body. This feeling of all of existence in communion with me, all of life, past, present, and future. I wouldn't have that connection if I wasn't open, if my heart wasn't free. So I choose to embrace all that is. I choose to step down paths that I do not know the outcome of. in trust, in devotion to what will become of me. Because I know that every fire that consumes me, I will be reborn. I will never let life harden me. I will become softer and softer and softer until I am one with it. And that takes immense strength. It takes a deep fortitude in your ability to face reality in its cold, harsh brutality. But I've never let that brutality deter me from the fullness and the sweetness and the tenderness of life. The place where it meets you in the little honey-coated nectar, in the softness of what it means to trust blindly, even when it leads you into the jaws of something that only seeks to consume you. I'm not afraid of consumption. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of losing myself, because I will never lose what's real. I will never lose what is actually mine. I will lose illusions that have been formed around my consciousness. I will wake up to truths that may sting. I will touch realities that will make me tremble. But I will never take that as a sign to close my heart, because my heart is my power. My heart is the strongest force in existence, just like your heart when it is fully free. When your heart is allowed to lead, what life is able to become, it's unimaginable. You can't do this conditionally. You can't walk through every portal of pain and ask life, where's my reward? Now what? You have to become comfortable in the void. You have to become comfortable in the pain of watching what you love shatter, and knowing that it's not taking anything from you. Knowing that it's just drawing you deeper into a part of you that you've forgotten about. And this is what allows me to move through life with so much freedom. I step towards what calls me, not caring about what becomes of it, because I know that whatever becomes of it, I will be okay. My heart will heal. My being will renew, and I will become more than I was before. But if I moved through life, always peeking around the corner of the riverbend, waiting to see if there's a danger, I would not live. I would not evolve. I would not become more. I would be stuck in a box of my own making. That is the worst place it can be, because it feels safe, but it's slowly killing you like a cyanide in your body, robbing you of life's luxuries, robbing you of its greatest gifts. So my invitation to you today is to look at where you're still holding on to bitterness towards life in your heart, where you feel wronged by life, where you're not allowing yourself to feel the purity of your heart and its trust that life is both pain and pleasure. Inside that full spectrum, all is right. Nothing is wrong. You are safe, and you can continue moving forward in trust, knowing that it is leading you exactly where you need to be. So from my heart to yours, please remain open, hold love, and don't be afraid of the monsters. Because what's life without a little bit of burn? I love you. Bye.